Have you ever woken up feeling anxious, unmotivated, or lost before the day even begins? Most of us start our mornings in a rush, checking our phones, worrying about what's ahead, or drowning in negative thoughts. This chaotic start quietly shapes the rest of our day, leading to stress, self-doubt, and exhaustion. But what if your first thoughts in the morning could bring clarity, peace, and strength? In this video, we'll explore 6 powerful things you should tell yourself every morning, inspired by timeless Buddhist wisdom. These simple affirmations are not just feel-good quotes. They're deep reminders that align your mind with peace, purpose, and inner confidence. I understand. Life can be overwhelming. Some mornings are harder than others. But even a few mindful words can change your entire energy for the day. So stay with me till the end, as each of the 6 lessons builds on the next. Let's begin this journey to a more peaceful and powerful morning together. Number 1. Today I speak from power, not pain. There is great power in this truth. Today I speak from power, not pain. It is not just a sentence. It is a shift in the way we meet the world. Many of us move through life with our words shaped by old wounds, by anger, fear, betrayal, or disappointment. We speak from our pain without realizing it, blaming others, doubting ourselves, or repeating the same negative story over and over. In doing so, we give our pain a voice and silence our strength. But the Buddha taught that what we speak, we become. Words are not just sounds, they are seeds we plant in the mind. When we speak from pain, we water suffering. When we speak from power, we water clarity, compassion, and confidence. This power does not come from pride or force. It comes from presence, from the still place within you that pain cannot touch. There is an old Zen story of a monk who was insulted by a traveler. The monk simply smiled and said, "If someone offers you a gift and you do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The traveler was speechless. The monk had learned not to let the words of others awaken the pain of the past. He did not need to react because he had chosen to respond from power, not pain. So how can you practice this? Each morning, pause. Place your hand over your heart and gently say, "Today, I speak from power, not pain." Then watch your words throughout the day. Before you speak, ask, "Am I speaking from my wound or my wisdom?" Choose words that bring calm, not chaos. Speak with truth, not reaction. Let your voice carry strength, not scars. Remember, Zen is not about having no pain. It is about not letting pain speak for you. Power is not volume, it is presence. And when you begin your day, from that place the world will not just hear your voice, it will feel your peace. Number 2. My presence is my proof. My presence is my proof. These words remind us that we do not need to explain ourselves to be enough. In a world obsessed with validation, likes, followers, titles, and approval, we are often tricked into believing that we must constantly prove our worth. We seek recognition outside while forgetting the quiet power of simply being rooted within. But the Buddha taught, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. In Zen, we learn that true presence is not loud, it is complete. It doesn't beg for attention, it commands respect through stillness, intention, and clarity. When you are truly present, awake, grounded, and aware, you don't need to prove who you are. You become the evidence. Your calm, your attention, your peace. These are your credentials. There is a Zen story of a student who asked the master, "How do I gain the respect of others?" The master poured tea into a cup until it overflowed. The student said, "Master, it's spilling." The master replied, "When you are full, you need not seek approval. Let your presence spill over. Those who drink from it will understand. The student realized that it was not about seeking recognition, but about becoming whole within. So how can you live this teaching? Each morning, before stepping into the noise of the world, repeat to yourself, "My presence is my proof." Then, carry it with you, not with arrogance, but with awareness. In meetings, in silence, in hardship, be fully there. Don't explain your value. Embody it. Don't shrink to be accepted. Expand to be true. Let your stillness be stronger than their noise. Remember, Zen presence is not about being noticed. It is about being real. You don't have to chase the world to matter. You are already enough because you are here, awake, breathing. That is your proof. Number 3, I am the cause, not the effect. I am the cause, not the effect. These words awaken us to our inner power, the truth that we are not at the mercy of life, but participants in it. Too often we live as if life is just happening to us. We react to circumstances, blame others, and feel helpless in the face of challenges. We become like leaves in the wind, blown by emotions, events, and the opinions of others. But the Buddha taught, with our thoughts we make the world. This is not poetry, it is law. Cause and effect, or karma, is the heart of Buddhist wisdom. What you plant in the present becomes your future. If you act from awareness, you create clarity. If you react from confusion, you create suffering. When we forget that we are the cause, we give our power away. We become victims of moods, situations, and stories that are not ours. There is a Zen story of a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbors said, "What bad luck?" He replied, "Maybe." The next day the horse returned with 3 wild horses. "What good luck?" the neighbors said. He replied again, "Maybe." Later his son broke his leg trying to tame one of the wild horses. "Such bad luck," they said. "Maybe," the farmer said once more. Soon after, soldiers came to take all the young men to war, but his son was spared because of the injury. The farmer's calm reminded all, life is not what happens to us, but how we meet it. So each morning remind yourself, I am the cause, not the effect. Let this be your anchor. Speak and act not from reaction, but from intention. When something difficult arises, pause and breathe. Ask, what can I create from this moment? Be the fire, not the smoke. Be the one who responds from stillness, not the one who is shaken by every gust of wind. Zen teaches us that freedom begins when we stop waiting for the world to change and start changing how we meet the world. You are not powerless. You are the beginning. You are the cause. The ripple starts with you. Number 4, my discipline is my deliverance. My discipline is my deliverance. These words carry a deep and steady power. In a world driven by impulse, distraction, and comfort-seeking, discipline often feels like a heavy burden. Many resist it, believing it limits freedom. But what we fail to see is that without discipline, we become prisoners, trapped by our moods, habits, and emotions. Without inner structure, we drift. We break promises to ourselves. We chase fleeting pleasures and avoid the very effort that leads to peace. The Buddha walked the middle path, a life not of indulgence or denial, but of mindful discipline. He taught, just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, the wise are not moved by praise or blame. Discipline is what roots us like that rock. It is the quiet repetition of what is right, even when it's hard. It is waking up early to meditate, choosing silence over argument, returning to the breath when the mind wanders. In Zen, discipline is not about force, it's about devotion to the present moment. There's a Zen tale of a student who asked the master, "How long until I am free?" The master replied, 10 years. The student said, "But what if I train twice as hard?" The master said, 20 years. "Why longer?" the student asked. "Because when you hurry, the master replied. You forget to be here. The lesson. True discipline is not frantic or desperate. It is consistent, focused, and rooted in awareness. So each morning, speak softly to yourself. My discipline is my deliverance. Let that become your compass. Keep your promises to your practice, whether it's meditation, mindful eating, or walking with awareness. Start small, but stay steady. Don't seek perfection. Seek presence. Discipline isn't a cage, it's the path to freedom from chaos. Zen teaches us that liberation doesn't come from doing what we feel like. It comes from doing what sets us free. Let your daily efforts become the path. Let your steadiness become your sanctuary. In the temple of the present moment, discipline is the door, and you hold the key. Number 5. I release all that weakens my light. I release all that weakens my light. This is not a call to escape life. It is a call to let go of what dims your spirit. So often, we carry things we no longer need. Old grudges, unspoken guilt, past failures, toxic attachments, and heavy comparisons. These are the silent weights on the soul. They drain our joy, cloud our clarity, and dim the natural light we were born with. We begin to believe that heaviness is normal, but it's not. It's just familiar. Buddhism teaches the art of release. The Buddha said, "You only lose what you cling to." Clinging is suffering. It binds us to things already gone, or things we cannot control. In Zen, we practice non-attachment, not as rejection, but as freedom. Letting go doesn't mean not caring. It means we stop feeding what no longer serves. We stop mistaking the dust on the mirror for our true reflection. There is a Zen story of a monk carrying a woman across a muddy path, something monks were forbidden to do. After setting her down, he walked on in silence. Hours later, another monk, upset, asked, "Why did you carry her?" The first monk replied, "I put her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" The message is simple. We suffer not because of the burden, but because we refuse to let it go. So each morning, pause and say gently, I release all that weakens my light. Reflect on what you've been holding that is no longer needed. A harsh word from yesterday? A fear of tomorrow? A self-judgment you keep replaying? Let it go. Your peace is more valuable than your past. Your clarity is more precious than any argument. Zen invites us to travel light, not because life is easy, but because we are more radiant when we're free. You do not need to carry every stone. You only need to carry what strengthens your light. Let all else fall away. Let your spirit breathe again. Number 6. This day bows to the power I bring. This day bows to the power I bring. This is not arrogance. It is sacred awareness. Too often, we wake up already defeated, believing the day will shape us, challenge us, or consume us. We brace ourselves for problems, enter our routines half asleep, and forget our own presence. In doing so, we shrink into the background of our lives. We wait for the day to be kind, for people to be fair, for luck to arrive. But Zen reminds us you are not here to follow the day. You are here to lead it with your light. The Buddha taught, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. Your state of mind doesn't just react to the day, it creates it. When your awareness is strong, the world shifts. When your intention is clear, your steps become powerful. You do not have to control the day to shape it. You only have to bring full presence, full responsibility, and full peace into each moment. The energy you carry is not small. It colors everything you touch. There is a Zen tale of a young warrior sent into battle. He was told to fear the enemy's strength. But the old master whispered, "Do not forget, when the wind meets a mountain, it must bow, be the mountain." The warrior entered not with aggression, but unshakable presence, and though many forces tried to shake him, they could not. Because he did not fight the day, he stood tall within it. So each morning rise and breathe in the truth. This day bows to the power I bring. Carry yourself with calm and quiet confidence. Walk slowly. Speak with care. Choose actions that reflect who you are, not what the world throws at you. Don't be reactive. Be rooted. You don't need the day to be easy. You only need to remember the power you hold. Zen teaches us that the world reflects what we bring into it. When you show up with clarity, peace, and purpose, the day has no choice but to bend in respect. Be still like the mountain, and the winds will bow. Conclusion. Each morning offers you a quiet doorway, a chance to return to yourself before the world pulls you in every direction. These 6 truths are more than affirmations. They are spiritual anchors, guiding you back to your center. When you say, "Today I speak from power, not pain," you choose healing over reaction. When you remind yourself, "My presence is my proof," you stop chasing validation and start embodying your worth. By declaring, "I am the cause, not the effect," you reclaim responsibility and inner freedom. Through, "My discipline is my deliverance," you build a life of calm strength, not chaos. In saying, "I release all that weakens my light," you drop the burdens that no longer serve you. And finally, when you hold, "This day bows to the power I bring," you rise as the master of your energy, not a servant to the day. Buddhist wisdom doesn't ask us to be perfect. It invites us to be present, steady, and awake. So speak these truths not as wishes, but as vows. Begin your mornings with intention, and let each day unfold from the strength of your inner peace. Remember, how you begin your morning shapes how the world meets you. Speak from power, walk in presence, and let the day honor your light.